What is up, y'all? Welcome to another Saturday Night Live with Jeffroz FishKeeping. I know it's a little bit early, but I'm only going to be able to go for an hour tonight, so I figured I would just go ahead and get started, and let's get the show on the road. I apologize for missing last week. I had some plumbing issues going on in my kitchen, and it carried on into the 7 o'clock hour, and I had a couple people reach out to me, and yeah, I feel bad for missing it. I hardly ever miss, though. It's like only my third show that I've ever missed, so I feel really bad. I apologize. I'll try to be more consistent. We are getting a severe thunderstorm right now. I knew that we were going to get some high winds and stuff, but I didn't know that we were going to get rain with it. I'd been looking at the radar. So hopefully the grass is dry good enough tomorrow for me to be able to mow, because I did not mow today. I had a late night last night. I went out with some friends and didn't get in until real early this morning. And I didn't do hardly anything at all today. So I did get rid of some duckweed this afternoon because it was getting to where I couldn't feed some fish. And that reminds me, I got a comment on one of my videos this week. And someone said, they really didn't know. I evidently in my video that they were watching, I was complaining about duckweed and how much I hated it. And they said something along the lines of, if you hate it so much, why did you get it? They don't understand how evasive duckweed is. There are some people that like it. And, I originally got it on a plant or something. I didn't want it. I knew what duckweed was all about. And it just spreads like wildfire. And my duckweed has just gone nuts here lately. And a while back, I was going to try to eradicate it. And it's just such a hard job that you get started doing it and you just give up, and then it takes over again. So, but anyhow, glad to be here. We're going to go for an hour tonight. Things that are coming up. I'm about 15, somewhere around in there, 15 subscribers away from 3,000. And either tonight or tomorrow night, I'm going to shoot a video of all of my aquariums in the fish room. Give you guys a glimpse at everything. It'll probably end up being a long video, because I think I counted the other day, I've got like either 45 or 46 aquariums now, counting my summer tubs outside. So yeah, it's going to be one of those type of deals where tomorrow I'll try to do some water changes and get the fronts of the glass clean and stuff like that. And then I have to shoot my aquariums most of the time at nighttime because of all the glare and everything. So if we hit it before Monday, I'll try to have it scheduled for Monday morning. If we don't hit it before Monday, it end up being Thursday, but I'm assuming that I'll probably hit it before Thursday for sure. So it's exciting. The biggest reason why I want to do it is because I haven't done a fish room video in, gosh, over a year. And that means that, like 1,500 or more subscribers haven't seen a lot of my stuff unless they went back and watched every single one of my videos. But then again, there's a lot of things that have changed. So I think it'd end up being a good video. And, it's kind of crazy hitting 3,000 subscribers. So anyhow, let's go ahead and go to the chat and see who all is here tonight, and say hello to everyone. I know that everyone's been talking to everyone. We got Jeff Chambers in the house. What is up, buddy? We got Peter Thiel from Mob Guppy. Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for coming. We got Jeff from Valley Fish here. Mortal Slayer 82. What is up, Kevin? Got Carrie from Science Gal Aquatics. Pam from 54 Punchy. What is up, guys? Dan Slee's in the house. Mike from the Fish Tank Barn is here. What is up, buddy? Denny's Fish is here. What is up, guys? We got Carbon Really in the house. Let's see who else. David Gilkison is here. What's up, David? Mary RNH2O. What is up, Mary? Nice to see you. Vinoxky Tank is in the house. What is up, Vinoxky? The Chubby Guppy is here. Justin Thibodeau, what is up? Let's see, who else? John Vink is here. What is up, John? Let's see who else. John says UK has had really bad rain, and I mean bad transport, cannot cope with it, flooding everywhere. Last month we had record rainfall. Well, I don't know if it was record rainfall, but it was double of what our average rainfall is for the state that I live in. And I just was sick of it. This, I think, is the first time we've had rain in like a week and a half. Any amount of rain that really amounts to anything. I mean, it's coming a gully washer right now out there. I would say we've already got an inch already, and it's only been raining for like 30, 45 minutes. So it's got high winds with it, thunderstorm. I've got some really good B-roll of our last thunderstorm that I'm going to try to put in at the beginning of this 3,000 subscriber fish room tour video. It kind of was cool. I was out at the summer tubs doing some panning shots, and a thunderstorm kicked in really good, and it's pretty awesome. But other than that, I mean, I love the sound, but aye. Ed Young is in the house. What is up, Ed? We got Allie Patton in the house. Jess Shrimp Granny is here. 53 Big Mac is here. I have to clean my tanks every week to get rid of duckweed. Yeah. I mean, even when I sat down here at my desk a little bit ago, I must have wiped it off or something. There was a piece of duckweed on my desk. So sometime earlier, I had messed with duckweed and it stayed on my arm or something and got onto my desk. Oh, here's some 2 little leaves on the back of my cell phone there. Right there. And right there. See that? That's duckweed. It just spreads, you know? Like, how does it end up on your cell phone? How does it end up on your desk? You know, I mean, it goes from net to tank, and I get sick of it. David Gilkison says 4 aquariums is enough for me. I did have some thoughts this week about downsizing, like downsizing big time. Like, I don't know. It's the first time I've thought that in a long time. I don't know where I'll go with that though. I mean, you know, MTS. Let's see here. Angelo's Fish Tanks is here. What is up, buddy? Whoa, the chat just went crazy. Jeffro, when can I buy one of your Super Reds? I still don't have any Super Reds for sale. The last time they spawned was in March. And I went out to Colorado to see Mile High Pleco's fish room. And whenever I got back, the male had ate the eggs, and they still have not spawned. So I don't have any going right now. So yeah, Jess Shrimp Granny says downsizing ? It was just the first time. You got to listen to those thoughts too. For the first time, and I don't even know what sparked it up. I was just sitting there watching TV or Netflix or something. And I actually literally thought I need to downsize. You know what I mean? I can't even remember what got me on that. Candy Overalls is in the house. What is up, Candy? Nice to see you. Hopefully everything's going good with you. We got Kevin Rosenberg here. He says duckweed is beneficial, but it can be a pain for sure. Yeah. I promised myself I wouldn't put any in the summer tubs outside. And every time I pulled a pile out of my tanks today, I was throwing them in my summer tubs. So every one of my summer tubs is covered in duckweed now, and really actually too much duckweed for them even. So I'll probably clean that up a little bit. I still haven't stocked them yet. I was going to try to get that done this weekend, but tomorrow's Father's Day and I'll probably be busy, I think. Jess says, I don't understand downsizing tanks. I've never done it before either, Jess. It's new territory for me. Let's see here. Justin says, dang, that sucks. Will let me know when I can buy one. Okay, sounds good. I'll probably do some kind of a thing or something, you know. Let's see who else is here. Will koi eat duckweed? I would say they would. I know that I used to keep some koi in a pond in my basement, and there was goldfish in there too. So I don't know for sure that it was koi, but every time I would throw duckweed away, I would throw it down there in that little pond. I had like a 90-gallon stock tank, and they would eat it all in like a couple of days. So I can't promise you that it was the koi, but I'm sure that they do. Loaves and Fishes is in the house. What is up, buddy? TJ's Exotics is here. Koi will eat duckweed. Yep. I assumed so. All right, let's see if I missed anybody. I got to the bottom of the chat. I actually forgot to bring me my drink, so I'll need to go and grab my water here in a minute. Yeah, Pam is even talking about. Yeah, Jess says that shirt is really big on you. I need to have, like, this is an extra large shirt, and I need to have large shirts, but I'm being careful how much clothes I buy because Memorial Day, when I went to Missouri, I bought a new pair of blue jeans because I dropped 2 pant sizes, and now those are already baggy on me. And whenever I dropped to that pant size, I only bought 1 pair of blue jeans. And that's what I'm trying to do because I don't know where I'm going to settle in at, you know? Like, I think I've still got like 30 more pounds to go, I think is what my goal is going to be, is about 30 more pounds. So it might be another size down. Yeah, so I need to be in a large shirt. So yeah, I just wore this around the house today though, so. We have 8 tanks, 2 tubs. That's enough for us. Yeah. One thing also is I have a lot of small tanks. And that's probably the reason why the quantity is so big. And that is a lot more hard work. Like that rack of 10, it took forever to get all the duckweed out of those earlier, you know? Yeah. Justin Thebdo says, if I drop 2 sizes, I'll be a 30 waist. I was a 30-30 whenever I was in high school. Jeff from Valley Fish says, racing at Iowa soon, going to be distracted. You're going to be racing like a car, like a dirt track or something? Quantum Star Aquatics is in the house. What is up, buddy? White Cloud Dynasty says, how's the White Clouds? They're really good. I just was checking in on them today. I think I'm going to do those in the summer tubs as well. See how they do outside this summer. David Gilkison said, if you shave the beard, that's 2 pounds there. Yeah, I probably Monday, I've got to work in a town that's close to the barber that I go to. I've got a barber that I go to that really does a good job on my beard, but it's like an hour away. So unless I'm like over that way, I don't ever go. But Monday afternoon, I'm going to be over in that area. So I'm going to stop by and have my barber trim me up for summer, I think. So, TJ's Exotic says Wednesday's video is going to be about should you release your pets into the wild. Ed Young says, Jeffro, I am 48 with another 25 to add, counting 2 subs and 85 and 55. The 186 Element is here. What is up, buddy? Dr. Black 66 is in the house. What is up, buddy? Let's see who. I know I missed somebody too. Kevin says, how goes the work on the crawl space? I haven't started on it yet. I got everything purchased and brought in, and it's sitting right here in my living room, and I have not done it. I've been super mega busy at work, like the busiest I've ever been in my whole career. The first week of the month, I wrote new orders more than what I've ever done in a whole month, and I did it only in 1 week. And last month's orders were big too, but I've already got more orders in the first week of the month. Well, now we're 2 weeks into the month, but yeah, it's really been busy at work, so it's been taking up a lot of my time. AJ from Turbo Fish is in the house. If I drop 2 sizes, I'll probably blow out the dang window. Yeah, it's actually windy enough here that it probably would blow you around. Kevin Rosenberg said wasn't going to put plants in my 75 Blackwater, but I put a small bunch of pennywort today. Cool plant. Yeah, pennywort is awesome. I love pennywort. Candy's giving me a hard time about staying out till 5:30 a.m. Yeah, I did. Actually, last weekend I went out too. My daughter was in from Omaha. So I stayed out pretty late last weekend, but yeah, this morning I didn't get home till 5:30 a.m. this morning. And I don't think I've done that since probably in my early 20s. But this afternoon I took a little nap, like a 3-hour nap, somewhere around in there, and I'm good to go. I just tried not to drink any coffee this afternoon because I want some. I need coffee right now, but I'm afraid I won't go to sleep tonight and get on a bad schedule. So Candy says, what is her name? That is no comment, Candy. That is no comment. Oh, let's see here. If you're American in Iowa, French in your kitchen, what are you in the bathroom? European. I know all those dad jokes. Pam says Bonnie, question mark. Oh. Let's see. Devin Peppers is in the house. What is up, Devin? Nice to see you. I missed you too, Candy. I see that you guys have got some things that are happening out there in your life that are really good for little Caleb, and that's good to see too. Yeah. Got a mod party in here tonight. I got to go grab my water real quick. I'm dying of thirst. What's up, Dozer? Our aquatics is in the house. Raining here. Hope everyone is doing good. Yeah, it is. Well, it's not raining anymore, but it has been. Turbo Fish with Team Caleb. It makes my eyes leak. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. I went to a little girl's house yesterday that really pulled on my heartstrings, and I'm getting her some equipment to help her out. But I hadn't got to see her in probably a year because there's been a lot of insurance issues going on in Iowa. And she remembered me. And I mean, she's just like a first grader, you know, and I haven't seen her since probably early kindergarten. And she remembered me, and she was just like this right when I walked through the door. And it just really, I love working with the kids. The kids that I work with, they never complain. They don't know that anything's really wrong with them because they've been this way. They've had this disability ever since they were born, and they just are a regular kid, and that's how you have to treat them. And they're always in a good mood, and they always put a smile on your face, and they make it really worth it, you know, to work with. And yeah, there's a lot of adults that are that way too, but then there's some adults that are bitter as well. And those, you know, you just gotta think in your mind, you know, what they're going through is really, really tough, and that's how they're dealing with it. And you just gotta just let it go in and out and not take it personal, you know. But that little girl, she pulled at my heartstrings yesterday. Really amazing little thing. Dan Slee said, well said, Jeffro. That's how I felt about working with kids in a medical setting. Yep, it is. They are always just happy, you know. That's the best way to put it. Every time they're happy, you know. Justin Thibodeau says, oh, Jeffro, my little Emma says hi. Well, hello, Emma. Hopefully you're having a good weekend with Dad. Let's see. I think I'm at the bottom of the chat here. Yep, I'm at the bottom of the chat. Do 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 do. I bet it's an adult water. No, it's actually regular water tonight. Yeah, I'm dehydrated. Let's see. Do 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 do. Oh, she smiled and said she is, bro. Cool. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, 53 Big Mac says I have 6 red lace guppies and 1 male and a 20 long. Lots of guppy grass, duckweed, and other hiding spots. I have no fry now in 3 months. Could they be eating them? I remember buying some fry one time that took over 3 months to get any babies out of them. They very well could be eating them. You've got guppy grass and duckweed and lots of it, so they should be able to have enough hiding spots. Yeah, I don't know. I've had that happen before. Like all of my guppies stay pretty slow, you know. I just let it go, and they're not ever overpopulating. I've got some. Oh, that was the air conditioner. I thought I heard like a tornado rip through the neighborhood. I'm like, I've got some endlers that just go bonkers, you know, that just explode in the tank and just pack the tank. But I've never had guppies ever do that. I've got 2 tanks that have guppies in them, and neither one of those have done that. Devin says maybe, or my bet is the male is infertile. Byron Bolam is here. Happy Saturday, all. Nice to see you, Byron. Make sure there is cover near the bottom, not just floating up to top. That's a good point, Dan. Yeah, water could be hard too. Or it could not be hard. I mean, welcome to the live stream, Cindy. I don't think I've seen you yet. Matthew Moore Cichlids is here. What's up, Matthew? Nice to see you. We got 44 watching and 22 likes. So if everyone that's in here that hasn't liked it yet could like it for me. Gosh, I can't even see the clock from here. Let's see here. Make sure that I didn't miss anyone. I'm really kind of looking forward to making the video though, where I show you guys all my tanks. It's going to be kind of fun. I think the last time I actually did one of those, I think the only 2 times that I've ever done one of those was from a live stream from like the cell phone. And I remember both of those took over an hour. So this one's going to be kind of difficult, at least whenever I make it as an edited video, I can edit it down if I play my cards right. If I don't yak too much, it won't be too crazy long, you know. But yeah, I don't care either. Like a long one would be fine with me, you know. Like it'd be fine. I don't have anything in my summer tubs yet, but I can still, it'd be kind of like an update. And there's going to be 1 tank. Well, actually, there'll be 2 tanks of fish that you guys will get to see. If I hit 3,000 before Monday, the video for Monday is like an unboxing of 2 different aquarium type fish. So if I hit the 3,000 before Monday, I'll push that video to Thursday. And you'll kind of get to see them in the fish room video. That's why those fish room tour videos are so hard to do, because you've got videos of certain tanks coming down the pipe. So Charlie is in the house. What's up, Charlie? Nice to see you. It will be insanely long. Yeah, it will, Pam. I don't know. I'll try not to yak too much during it to kind of keep it a little shorter, but Benjamin Backwaters Fly Fishing is in the house. What is up, buddy? Nice to see you. Any process on the monster tank? No, I've yet to get to work under my my crawl space. I've got to support the floor joists and stuff like that, and pour concrete footings. I've got everything that I need to do it. I mean, every single last thing that I need to do it, and I've got it all in. I just haven't got it done yet, you know. I've just been, honestly, my biggest excuse is I've been really, really, really crazy busy at work. That's my biggest excuse. Cindy 425 says, man, Jeff, you sure have the mod squad tonight. Yeah, I did notice that. It was like at one point the whole chat was blue. Jess Shrimp Granny says, why not just do categories for the fish tour, a live bear tour, a Pleco tour, etc.? That's a good idea. The only issue with that is I might have to show tanks multiple times because I have Plecos spread out through all kinds of tanks. I have live bears spread out through all kinds of tanks. I guess I could just split them up into separate videos or something like that. I could do that because I've got enough. You know, I've got like 6 or 7 different types of endlers. I've got platies. I've got swordtails. I've got 2 different types of guppies. So a live bear video for sure could be a whole video. And then, gosh, I can't even remember how many types of different Plecos I have. Probably 10 different types of Plecos. So that for sure could be a video. Yeah, so I could do that. Yeah, that's a good idea, Jess. Just drinking some really, really strong black coffee. Boy, I wish that I had your black coffee right now, Benjamin. I've got coffee here. I could drink coffee right now, but last night I didn't go to sleep until like 11 or yeah. I slept 10 to 1 today. I stayed out last night until 5:30 this morning. So yeah, just do some cool videos and don't downsize on tanks. That's a good idea, Jess. Not Nola Jean Fish Rich says this old tank series. I like that idea. I like how Lucas does that. This old tank or something like that. That was such a good idea of his because I mean he could do that series forever. Because I think the last time I heard him say a count, I think he's got over 300 tanks now. Tampa Tom is in the house. What is up, Tampa Tom? Nice to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well. Justin Thibodeau says, drink a beer, that'll help. Yeah, no kidding, right? The hair of the dog. Not Nola Jean Fish Rich is not Nola Jane Fish Rich is in the house. What is up, not Nola Jane? She's not Nola Jean either. 53 Big Mac says your subscribers should send you videos and you can edit them for a video. That would be a good idea. I've never done anything like that. I've seen some YouTubers do that. I've been a part of some of those. Jeffro, he doesn't keep up with this old tank though. You could. Oh, I understand. Yeah. Yeah. I love that series when he does it though. It's really awesome. Question, do you know what diet a L333 eats apart from bloodworms? I feed my L333 some salad shrimp, and then I also feed it cichlid pellets, and I do have a royal pleco in that tank too. So I put veggies in there every once in a while, and I've caught it rasping on a veggie, but just one time. So I don't know if it tried it and it didn't like it. But my L333, I've only got one. I've got one of the white ones, and he's pretty large. I got him whenever he was a little thin. I was kind of worried about him when I first got him, but he's bulked up. He's really good size. And I just split it off. I do some frozen. Oh, what are those? Frozen brine shrimp. I do some of those. He eats those really good. I do frozen bloodworms. I do the little salad shrimp. He will devour one of those. He just tears those up. And then I also do cichlid pellets, and they're a sinking pellet is what they are. I did a video last week on them, Extreme Foods or whatever they're called. I don't see one handy here. I can't remember. I think they're called Extreme Foods. It's going to be kind of nice to start shooting videos again. I've kind of stopped shooting videos for like over a month. I haven't uploaded or edited a video in like a month because I was like 6 weeks ahead. Like the last time I uploaded a video was like at the beginning of or at the end of April or at the beginning of May, somewhere around in there. And like this video that just came out Thursday, you know, I shot it like over a month before, you know what I mean? And that's one reason why it's kind of hard for me to trim my beard, because if I trim my beard, and it's no big deal, I'm sure nobody cares, but it's something that people notice. Like if I trimmed my beard into a summer beard, and then for the next 6 weeks, you know, people come to my live stream and see my beard is trimmed, but in the videos, it makes them feel like it's old. Unless I tell you guys don't really realize that it's not that day, you know, or real recent. But yeah. John Vink says, I've spent 2 months gathering bristlenose for my tank, and I just cannot get them to spawn. I've tried frozen food, big water changes, and just can't get them to spawn. Stocking is 3 males, 8 females. I have found in my tanks that I have that many that they don't, they're not as prolific, but you also, it's hard to tell how old fish are when you get them. Pretty much a rule of thumb is on a bristlenose, they got to be somewhere close to a year. It's not really by the year, it's really by the size on bristlenose, but somewhere around a year after they were spawned is when they become the size that they can spawn. So it's just a waiting game, you know. I mean, I've had plecos after I bought them from babies that they could have been 2 months old. I got them to spawn in 6 months, so I got them to spawn in 8 months. But 8 months is really doing good, you know. Now those plecos hardly ever spawn anymore, but I got them to spawn at a young age, you know. Yeah, that's the game. Like if you get them and they're 4 inches or bigger, you know that they're close to spawning age, you know. But if you get them and they're like inch and a half, 2 inches, you know, somewhere around in there, they could be just a few 4 or 5 months old, and it might be some more waiting. So hopefully that helps. Jesse from HC Aqua's in the house. What is up, Jesse? Nice to see you, buddy. Hopefully everything is going good with you. We got Select Pet in the house. I grabbed some small spidery type wood and odd shaped stones. Awesome. John Gonzalez is in the house. Hello, y'all. Summer finally here. Yep. I think today is the first day of summer, isn't it? I got to watch the sunrise this morning on my way home. Oh, kind of funny. I have 3 of the black and white ones. Cool. Devin Pepper says, hey, Jeffro, question for you. I've got some leeches in my tank, the snail eating kind, the brown ones in there anyway, to get rid of them. And could I dose the trio while dosing Panicure? I don't know anything about leeches, except for I know that if you could put salt in the tank, but with snails in there, I don't think that you could put salt in the tank. And also the trio, I don't know if the trio is good for snails. I medicate so little that every time I do medicate, I have to do research on it. I mean, I hardly ever medicate. Even on new arrivals, I quarantine without medication at first and visually inspect and watch everything. So I'm not very good on being able to tell you. I'm pretty sure that's all common knowledge on the internet, though. Like whatever brand of whatever stuff that you've got, you can find it, I'm pretty sure. But I can't really help you there because I hardly ever medicate, and I always try to do my research every time because it's been so long since I have. I mean, I bet you it's been a year since I medicated, and I medicated with some guppies, and I mean, it ended up killing all of them. You know, the trio is really, really strong, and yeah. But I knew that they were sick, and I had to do something to try, you know. So sorry about that. Just got back from the fish club cookout that turned into a native collection and skate material collection trip, and that's where you got the spiderwood. See, I missed a bunch of this. Boom, 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 boom. Question: do you know? Okay, I already got that one. Do 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 do. Aquaballs is in the house. I found out one of the long fin plecos is a calico spotted. Wow. I had a spawn last year from my common bristlenose plecos, and they put out some calicos, and I've got like 3 or 4. I want to say 4, but man, each one of them are very unique, ones that I've never seen before, and that's what I really like about calico. So I'd really like to get that common tank to spawn again. I've got adults like crazy. What I probably need to do is just pull out a really good trio out of there and put them in the tank where I had my L393 male, because it's empty right now. I got my male back in with my female again. So because I love those calicos, and calicos sell good. I have a lot of people asking me for calicos all the time, and I kind of wanted to hang on to these and see what they look like, you know, just kind of being selfish. And they're growing pretty quick. Jess Shrimp Granny says, I don't like to medicate either. Yeah, I don't either. I mean, if I find a fish that's got ick, I medicate for ick, you know, but yeah, there's different schools of thought on it, and to each his own. But John Gonzalez says leeches make great fish bait. Yeah, they do. They're good and bloody. Jesse says, I found someone local who wants to trade an Apisto for guppies. Awesome. Allie Patton says, I try to use aquarium salt, Epsom salt, and or increased heat before I have to medicate. I used to use salt a lot a long time ago, but the more and more I got of fish that don't like salt, the less and less I used it, to the point where I didn't use it anymore at all. But sometimes I wish that I had like a saltwater aquarium. That way you could dip your fish in the saltwater aquarium if they had something, and then in the saltwater aquarium, if that fish had something, you could dip them in the freshwater. And I can't remember, I heard one time, but I can't remember how long you do it for, but it works supposedly. So I think that would be kind of cool to be able to have that on hand at all times. But yeah. I'm doing Pleco only tanks so I don't lose any. Yep, no doubt. Use the med trio that Aquarium Co-op uses if you need it. Lurking and driving. Yeah, been there, done that. We got about 25 minutes left. The tank has bristlenose and guppies, so I was wondering if I should use salt, even though I have plants in the tank. The plants are Java moss, Java fern, and Anubias. Plants don't like salt at all, and that is a big issue with me with salt, because I have plants in a lot of my tanks, but plants do not like salt. I've heard different schools of thought on plecos as well. Gosh, I watched a great big rant on Facebook. It's been about 2 months ago, and this guy was calling people idiots that he uses salt with his plecos all the time. So I guess I just stay away from salt is how I feel. And I mean, my fish are doing good, knock on wood. You know what I mean? If it works for you, keep doing it, I guess. John Bink says, have you ever kept crabenzas? Really beautiful when spawning. I have never kept crabenzas. Yeah, I just never have. Got to run helping my dad with the pond. Later, Jesse. Thanks for coming in, and it was nice to see you, buddy. All right, we're at the bottom of the chat. Try to think if I can come up with some kind of news for you guys. Not much going on. I will be starting to pop out the videos here on this new aquarium that I got. I'll probably do a video on, how I'm going to, like upgrade my, my floors to be able to hold the weight of this aquarium, because it's going to be, by the time the stand and the sump and the aquarium is all full of water, it's going to be like somewhere around 3,500 pounds. And you can't just pop something like that in there. So I'll do a video and I'll talk a lot about it, and then I'll show you guys the end results on that. And then I'll probably do a video on my sump, and then I'll probably do a video on my stand, and then I'll do a video on setting up the new tank, because they're all like going to be like technical type things to do. Each one of them is going to have to be a different stage. And I'll have to, paint the back of the aquarium, because the back of the aquarium isn't painted. So, yep. Tom Patterson says, what fish do you keep with shrimp? I've got shrimp in a lot of tanks. I don't keep cichlids, so I don't have to worry about that. But I mean, I've got shrimp in with zebra danios. I've got shrimp in with mountain minnows. I've got shrimp in with, guppies and swordtails. Swordtails keep colonies down pretty low, though. They get pretty big. Those female swordtails get really, really huge, and their mouths are really big, and they can eat the babies. Let's see here. Yeah, and all of my endlers, every one of my endler tanks have shrimp in there with them. As long as the fish can't fit the shrimp in their mouth, you're good. And if the fish that you put in there could put a shrimplet in its mouth, which most live bears can, you have to have like a rock pile for the shrimplets to have a higher survival rate. Devin says, here's my last question. I don't think the plecos are sick, but I know the guppies are. So should I remove the plecos and just treat the guppies, or should I treat them all because they are in the same tank? That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. I would treat them all. Unless you don't think the plecos are sick and you have a separate system that you can put them in where they're by themselves, where you don't accidentally bring something to something else. Because if you move them into another tank, they may have something, and then they give it to that other person. Charlie says, any progress on the new tank? I've got everything purchased to work on my floor joists. I've got to build some footings and stuff like that. I've got everything purchased to do that. I just haven't got around to that. Tell you guys, let me get to this super chat real quick, and I'll tell you another thing that I've been dealing with. Mike from the Fish Tank Barn with the $5 super chat. He says, thanks for the motivation to get rid of all the duckweed and hair algae in the fish barn. You're welcome. Thanks for the super chat, buddy. Okay, here is another thing that, another reason why, like, I didn't go live last week. I was working on the plumbing, but I'm also dealing with not really an infestation, but like a critter problem. So this last winter, I thought I heard squirrels up in my attic. And, this spring, I've been doing a lot of, stuff around the house, weed whacking, you name it, yada, yada, yada. Well, after I've got like a big maple tree in my backyard, I got a big maple tree on the side of my yard, and we had a bumper crop of, for lack of a better term, helicopters, the little seed things that come off of a maple tree. And my gutters were just completely packed with them. Well, I was up on my gutters and cleaning them all out. And while I was doing it, I was looking for gaps and cracks and spaces around the soffit in different areas around my house to make sure that it's secure, to cut down on bats and squirrels and stuff like that getting into my attic. And above my bedroom, the attic above my bedroom has one ventilation, like a 16-inch ventilation window, for lack of a better term. You know what I mean? And those come with these little aluminum louvers, you know, and whoever installed it put like a screen mesh, like window screen, and that was poked in. So I took that thing off, and that screen that was on there wasn't going to be able to be fixed. It was like a cloth mesh instead of like a wire mesh. Well, I went to the farm store and I bought me a little roll of chicken wire, and I doubled that up on there to where it wasn't big enough to where like a bat could get in, you know, and squirrels can't get in. And then I put it all back together, and then around my eaves, spouts, and all that kind of stuff, I did gaps and cracks in little areas where it looked like maybe, you know, something could get in there or something. And all fine and dandy, no problem. Well, I can't remember what night it was. It's been like a couple weeks ago. Since I did that, I trapped a raccoon in my attic, and it dug down through the sheetrock in the ceiling in my bedroom and came out into my bedroom. So I had to call one of my friends that is one of those exterminator type guys where they come and help you catch wild animals. They'll help teach you how to secure your home to keep stuff from like that going in. But yeah, basically I made my house so sound that the raccoon that had gotten in there could not get out. And yeah, that was a big mess. I mean, lots of repair there and things like that. And yeah, not something that you want to do. And at first, I kind of almost messed up. I sicked Dozer on it. I opened the front door and propped it open, and I sicked Dozer on it, thinking that Dozer would run it out of there. But I forgot Dozer hasn't really had any experience with coons, and coons are tough, you know. And what if it had rabies or something, you know? So I immediately, right before Dozer, well, actually, the thing ran behind one of my aquariums. Actually, when I went in there, it was walking around on all my aquariums, guys. It wasn't getting into my aquariums, but it was walking around on all my aquariums. But so I called Dozer off, you know, got him off of it. And then my buddy came over here, but it took us like an hour and a half to get the thing. It had been caught before, and every time the noose, the catch pole thing, noose would go over its neck, it would back up. It knew what a catch pole was, you know, so it was crazy. Yeah, Kevin's like, good God. Yeah, Kevin sent me a text a little bit ago. How about that Minnesota trip update? And it's like, I'm thinking in my mind, things in my life are so busy right now. It's just been crazy. But yeah, I mean, I'll look at things after the stream and here in the next day or so, and I'll get back with you, Kevin. Is that a St. Louis cap? Love this chat already. Yeah, I was born and raised down in southern Missouri, down in the Ozarks, and I'm a Cardinals and a Royals fan. So, Jeffro is telling us about critters in the attic. Yeah, no kidding. It was crazy. Yeah, I hadn't really. About the only thing I'd ever heard about on those was you guys remember that guy they called the Turtle Man? He'd go yee 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 live action. He was on Discovery Channel or whatever. He was missing some teeth in the front. I really liked him. Ernie, I think, was his name. I think, or maybe his sidekick was Ernie. But anyhow, he didn't just catch snapping turtles all the time. There was one call that he went to where these people's electrical wasn't working right. And he went, and there was a whole family of raccoons up in the attic, and they had chewed through the wiring and stuff. So, yeah. Jeff got swatted by the raccoon. I sure did, Mike. I sure did. Oh. Yeah. The dragon must have snuck over and put her trash panda in Jeffro's attic. Allie Patton says, I live in the Ozarks. I grew up in a little town called Mountain Grove. It's an hour east of Springfield, and all of my family live there still, except for my kids. My kids are the only ones that live here. I live up in Iowa. Big City Bettis is in the house. What's up, Amber? Nice to see you. I love the Turtle Man too. And the sad thing about it is there was some kind of technicality with like taxes or something like that, and they canceled the show. And like he's never got picked back up anywhere. So yeah, I really loved him. He was nice. Ernie the Turtle Man was fraud. Sadly, Ernie the Turtle Man was a fraud. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was, but my opinion of whatever that fraud was it wasn't like, I can't really remember, so I hate to comment and say that he was a fraud, but I remember feeling like it was like an iffy thing. John Bink says, what do you think will happen with the boxing in a few hours, Furry or Schwartz? I don't keep up with boxing. UFC, I like UFC. Oh, Neil passed away, Select Pet. Goodness, I didn't know that. Repping St. Louis Cat, loving it. Animal Planet didn't pay business license tax and illegally disposed of animals from show. Gotcha. All right, guys. It looks like we got about 9 minutes left. Jeff Chambers says St. Louis can suck it. We're used to it, man. Whenever you're a St. Louis Cardinals fan, you get guff. When you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, you get guff. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan too. The Blues specifically, yeah, the Blues, man. But you got to admit, they went from 0. I mean, they were the worst record in the NHL in January, and they went all the way to the end. Wild Night Story, bruh. Yeah, you should have been here, Mary. Really, I needed your help. You should have been here. You would have been freaking out. Especially when I sent Dozer in there and I hear and I look and this thing is behind one of my aquariums and I'm like, oh gosh. I was just hoping that it would come out here and go right out the door. Like, I don't want to mess with your pit bull, sir. Thank you and have a nice day. You blocked off my entrance and exit, and I just need a way to get out. We had our Stanley Cup parade today. Yeah, that was great. What's next on the fish wish list, Jeffro? That's a good question, John. I still want to get some vampire plecos, and then I'm probably going to start saving up some money to buy some stuff for the big tank. That's probably what I'll do. I don't know exactly what kind of fish that I'm going to put in there, but there's enough room. It's 300 gallons. It's 6 foot long. It's 3 foot wide. It's 27 inches tall. I don't think I could put a pacu in there. I used to have a pacu for years. I had it in a 125 and it got huge. But the pacu, I think if I remember right, he got somewhere around 18 inches tall. And that would mean that he would be kind of invading my Pleco's space. And they do have sharp teeth. Now, I did have a common Pleco in with him, but the common Pleco was rather large. So I don't know if I want to do 6 foot long to me, in my opinion, is kind of short for an arowana, but I do like arowana. The problem with arowana is I like those ones that are illegal that you can't have, and I don't like the ones that aren't as much, at least for my taste. So I don't know. Yeah, Tampa Tom, and I actually thought of this. Tampa Tom says, I'm excited for you and your big tank. Put guppies in it. Man, could you imagine a school of nanofish in there? That would be great. That really would be cool. The Fish Tank Barn says there were a couple of 398s at the fish club the other day. I passed on them and got lay lupi instead. The lay lupi are nice. Very nice fish. Jeffro, Emma, and I are out tonight. We say goodnight, you and everyone else. Well, you guys have a great rest of the weekend. Justin and Emma, thanks for stopping in. Terry's Tropical Tanks is here. Hey, Skinny. Sorry I'm late. Thanks a lot, Terry. It's nice to see you. Yeah, I'm working on it. I've still got a lot of work to do. I think I've still got, to be exact, I've got 32 more pounds. I started out 290 something. 280 to 300 is what I'm going to say. I'm thinking like 290 is what I'm thinking, but like my coworkers are thinking like 300. But I didn't have a start weight. I didn't have a weight until I was into it a ways. So my guesstimation is I've lost somewhere around 60 pounds, but I still have like 32 more pounds to go. I want to be at like 200 because back in 2008 when I lost my 95 pounds that I lost, I was 165, and that was really too thin for me. Like I felt like a weakling. You know, I wasn't very strong. I was getting dizzy and faint all the time. Of course, my calorie intake was really, really low, but I think I got about 32 more pounds before I'm really satisfied and at a healthy weight where I want to be. It's kind of, and I guess we'll just see how I feel whenever I'm at 200, because I'm going to get there. I just watched the green spotted puffer video last night. You still have him? I do not, Allie. And I haven't told, I don't think, maybe I did a couple live streams back, but my puffer passed away. And I don't know why. It was perfect. And then just one day it wasn't perfect. So, yeah. And if I didn't tell you guys, I thought I said it on a live stream a time ago. Come here, Dozer. Come here, baby. What are you doing? What do you want? You trying to tell me you want to go eat? You tell me you want to go eat? I taught Dozer a new trick. A couple months ago, I got him some doggy biscuits. They're like a little, it's barbecue flavor. It's about this big. And for like the first week, I worked with him trying to put it on his nose to let him keep it on his nose and not take it until I give him his release call, which is okay, excitingly, you know. And it took me about a month to get it done, but now I can lay a doggy biscuit right on the bridge of Dozer's nose, and he will just sit there as still as can be and not move a muscle until I tell him okay. And then he releases it and tries to catch it. He's almost caught it like 3 times. Like one time he caught it, but then it like rolled out of his mouth. RNH2O says, get that cardio too. She brings up a good point. I don't want to make the last few minutes about losing weight here, but at 238, I hit a plateau for like 2 weeks. I was at 238, and I broke through that by starting to exercise. I hadn't exercised up until that point. You know, I'd lost over 50 pounds without just normal daily routine, which that means that if I go to a hospital, I don't take the elevator, I take the stairs. When I go to Walmart or a grocery store, I park at the back of the parking lot and I walk in, and then I walk all over that grocery store. So I do things in my life to create exercise to where I don't have to work as hard, because in 2008, I worked really hard on the treadmill every single day for 30 minutes straight on the treadmill, just puffing it. But when I hit that threshold of 238, I had to start exercising extra. And then I also did like some fasts. Like this last week, there was 2 separate days, not 2 days in a row, but I fasted the whole day. And I hadn't done that. Gosh, I hadn't done that in like 10 years. So, yeah, it was cool. The 186 Element says, shout out to Dozer and Mia. They're saying hi to Dozy and Mia. Exercise fights heart disease too. Yes, it does. Oh, I'm sorry. I really like that little guy. This is only my 4th or 5th live stream, so I must have missed it. My LFS has them back in stock, so I'll probably get another one of these days. That's awesome, Jeffro. You've been doing an awesome job. Thanks a lot, Jess. I appreciate it. I'm one of those type, though, that when I set my mind to something, I can really do it. And every once in a while I cheat, but now I really haven't kind of cheated in a while. There was one day after a fast that my calorie intake was a little bit more, but it wasn't like really bad foods or anything. It was just I maybe ate 8 different times that day instead of 6, you know, something like that. So anyhow, we are at the end. We got 1 minute left. So, like I said earlier, we are almost to 3,000. At the beginning of the live stream, it was somewhere around 15 more subs to go. I will make a fish room tour video, and we'll be seeing it probably either Monday morning or Thursday morning. And other than that, we will see you guys next Saturday night, same time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hopefully, you all have a great rest of the weekend. For all you dads that are watching, happy Father's Day tomorrow. I know I'm going to enjoy my day with 3 of my kids. My oldest daughter came in last weekend, and she took me out for Father's Day and brought me my Father's Day gifts then. But we will definitely be talking on the phone, and I will be spending plenty of time with my kiddos tomorrow. Peace out, y'all, and have a great week.